All right, what's up, everyone? Let me close my door again. Okay. What's up, everyone? This is Matt Ing 1997 here. This is Hurricane Joaquin discussion live. I should mention the word live. Live discussion number 2. We had a live stream occur last night, and we talked about what Joaquin's going to be doing. And now we're here again tonight at the exact same time, 6:30 p.m. Central, and we are here to talk about Hurricane Joaquin once again. So let's get the viewers in here. We got to get people watching. Oh shoot! Hold on. I forgot to mute this. All right, so I got that muted. All right, so that's out of the way now. Okay, so thank you guys for joining. I would like to know who is watching right now. So go ahead and drop those comments. I'll be sure to give you guys some shout outs. All right. So again, Hurricane Joaquin live discussion number 2. Got a lot of interesting things that's been happening throughout, well, since last night. I mean, this whole thing is very interesting, and it's very complicated at the same time. We got a very complex setup, and we've already established that with our last live stream. The things are just getting more and more complex and increasingly difficult to predict. So let's go ahead and take a look at the chat right now, and we're going to see who is watching. All right. Hello, SPC Star Fox. Thank you for joining. You've been chatting with me since whenever, since a while before this thing started. So thank you for joining. Patrick LaPenta, it's nice to see you once again. Chris Brewington, hello, fellow siren enthusiast. Jacob Smith, thank you for joining in again. This is your second night joining these live streams. And we got SPC Cincy 1546 here. Awesome. Glad to see you guys all here. And Heat Cats, Black Star, what's up, man? Glad you could join here for the second night. All right. So we got some good viewers. If you guys want, feel free to share the links that I've been posting on Facebook so we can get more people on this live stream. We're going to see how many people we can get onto this live stream tonight. So go ahead and start thinking about questions you would like to for me to answer as we start discussing about Hurricane Joaquin. So we got 8 people watching now. Nice. All right. Heat Cats, you mentioned it looks sexy. Yes, it does, honestly. And I'm about to show you what Hurricane Joaquin looks like right now. So let me go ahead and open a radar loop, the latest radar loop from Hurricane Joaquin. Let me open it up, and we're going to share the screen. All right, hold on one second. I'm going to press screen share, and we're going to press this thing. All right. So here you go. This is what Hurricane Joaquin looks like right now. It's amazing. It's very much more organized. If you guys remember what it looked like last night. If you remember last night, it was just like starting to get an eye last night. I mean, it was a hurricane last night, but the eye was not very well defined. Now we got a very well defined eye. The eye wall of this, I want to mention the eye wall of this hurricane has just really blown up in the last few hours. People in the AWE group has been mentioning that. That means we're probably about to go through another period of intensification, possibly rapid intensification over the next few hours, probably. This hurricane probably has about a 24-hour window of opportunity to continue to strengthen. By then, it should be able to peak in its intensity. It does have, during this time, considering this eye is relatively clear, it does open the possibility of rapid deepening. And if rapid deepening should resume tonight, we're probably going to be looking at a Category 5 hurricane. Joaquin does have a chance of becoming Category 5. It's currently not forecast to reach that intensity. It's currently forecast to peak at 140 miles per hour, which is a mid-category 4 hurricane by 24 hours. But I will say that category 5 is not out of the question. It just depends on when this thing strengthens, or if it begins to strengthen again. So the current motion, it did, if you watch closely, it did kind of have almost like a northward, northwestward pull earlier, but it is still going to the southwest. You can still see it. It's tracking through the central Bahamas right now. It's showing some signs of stalling, which means that it might be about to turn northward. We'll just have to wait and see. We might be having a northward turn to this thing pretty soon. So definitely keep an eye on that. All right, we're going to stop sharing the screen. So that is what Joaquin looks like right now. Okay. Now I'll check the chat again here for any questions. Okay. Foam. Yes. Foam. Definitely foam. Yes. Yep, I already answered your question. Category 5 is definitely possible. Not likely, but possible. Let's see. Any question? Do you guys got any questions? I'm open for any questions that you may have. I'm willing to answer. All right, let me check my Facebook, make sure I don't have any questions. Matt Schreier will probably not be joining tonight. SBC Cranford, 56 is off doing something right now. And probably, yeah, will probably not be joining tonight. Unfortunately, if he does get back in time, he'll probably be joining. Anybody, would anybody like to call? I'll be accepting Skype calls if you want to discuss about Joaquin or anything, along those lines. So let me know if you want to Skype call, or if you have my number, you can call me on the phone. The calls can't last too long, just a few minutes. But if you're wanting to do that, make sure you let me know. Okay. We got Elev EAS by SPC Prairie State Productions. Nice to see you here. All right, thank you. Oh yeah, I haven't answered your question yet, Patrick. I'm sorry. Connecticut. Okay. Connecticut really is, it's not in the line of fire as of right now. I'm not, and I'm about to talk about some of the solutions. What we've been seeing lately is more of an out to sea solution. We're not seeing quite so much of a threat to the United States as we did last night. Last night, we were pretty confident that this thing was going to hook to the left, go off to the northwest, and probably slam into the Carolinas. That is probably not, that's not looking quite as likely this time. We're looking at more of a, it kind of comes up like this, so it's expected to turn north possibly by tonight, if not tomorrow morning. It'll be going northward. And then, so we got that, like I said last night, that we had this trough. There's this trough, this upper level trough going into the southeastern United States. That is supposed to be a steering factor in Hurricane Joaquin. However, latest computer guidance through today, including the highly trusted Euro, suggests that it's going to remain south of the trough and miss it. If it misses this trough, it's not going to be steered this way, but it's going to be steered this way, and it's going to head off to sea. And that's not, I mean, for those who are hoping for a big hurricane impact to the United States, it's looking less likely at this point. Not throwing it off the table, though, because anything is still possible. And what I'm going to mention, this is what I mean, things have been interesting. So we not only have we had the models start to converge towards the Euro, now we're starting to see the models kind of tilt back to the west again. And I'm going to show you the spaghetti plots that came out, I believe, at 18 Zulu. Hello, David Wine. Thank you for joining this live stream. Chris Brewington, well, since the track of this hurricane will be heading north, my aunt lives in New York City. Will it affect that particular area? New York City is probably not going to be experiencing, just like Connecticut, we'll probably not be seeing a whole lot of impacts. Nothing too major. We're going to be looking at maybe some coastal flooding, some periods of heavy rain, and some gusty winds. But currently, it does not look like New York City is in the immediate line of path. Even if the center of the storm were to go over New York City, likely by then it will have weakened considerably, and at the most we'll be looking at some significant inconvenience for the New York City area. So there's your answer to that. I'm going to show you the spaghetti plots that has come out. As of, hold on, 18 Zulu, 1 second. Okay, so I have this open and we're zoomed in on it. So I'm going to share the screen here again, if I can find my window. Okay, there we go. Hit screen share. Come on, pop up. Hit screen share, and we're going to look now at the, where'd it go? Hold on. No, no, no. Where are you? There you are. Okay. Okay, there we go. I got it figured out. Okay, so here's the latest spaghetti plots. As you can see, the euro is somewhere in here. Right in here. And as you can see, the models are starting to converge onto this track. A lot of them are. This is as of 18 Zulu this afternoon. The models are just, they're going out to sea now. As you can see, a lot of them are just not showing the whole hitting the trough that's supposed to be over here and it being accelerated to the United States coast. So we're seeing a lot of out to sea solutions. However, it does not mean that we can completely throw this off the table. As you can see, that we still have some models that are hooking off to the left and still slamming into the Carolinas. So that was so that's why I'm saying that the probability of it actually hitting the United States has significantly decreased compared to what compared to what we saw last night. But it's still not out of the question. I think anyone from South Carolina up into about Long Island should probably still keep a close watch on this system, as things can still change. And that brings us to our situation tonight. Speaking of things changing. So after we saw the shift in the tracks and it kind of goes off to the east, now we're starting to see hints, especially with the GFS. It's called the Global Forecast System, I believe. Yeah, Global Forecast System. We're seeing more of a shift back to the west. This means that this trough right here has been nudged eastward. More eastward means when Joaquin comes up here and turns north, it'll have more of a grip on it, and that'll steer it more towards the coast. The latest run, we're awaiting the Zero Zulu models to come out. That'll be out in a little bit. We're waiting for the Zero Zulu models to come out to see if this westward shift continues. Because the GFS showed a westward shift, not enough to where it would hit the coast. It was still out to sea. It was still what we call OTS, out to sea. But if this is any indication, then we could be trending back towards the west. That means maybe the models are starting to see that, hey, it actually might come into this trough and be steered in the coast. So it's possible. So that's definitely something you need to pay attention to, because if you've been hearing that it's no longer a threat to the United States coast, you can't quite say that just yet. Personally, what I would say is I would give it a 70% chance of going out to sea and a 30% chance it'll hit the coast. So let me go ahead and check the comments, see what you guys are saying right now. Who's lying, Troy? I'm not lying. Yeah, Matt Schreier definitely. Matt Schreier got a coastal flood warning. That's the only EAS they've gotten so far. Patrick. Yeah, but what do you think that since the GFS get a new around 8 o'clock, then it will go more west than the last? I just found it odd that the GFS turned so quickly. Yes, and I answered that. SPC Cincy, could there be a possibility? Could there possibly be flooding in the Washington D.C. area according to the current models? Yes. There. I'll try to find the rainfall map for you. Widespread heavy rainfall is expected for portions of the eastern United States, especially in the Carolinas, but even up into the D.C. area. Obviously, the track of the storm will kind of dictate how much rain falls, which I'm going to find that rainfall map from the WPC. Weather Prediction Center, WPC. All right. We're going to take a look at the 5-day rainfall. It was a pretty insane map. Yeah, let's go 5 days. All right, we'll screen share so I can show you. All right, screen share. So here is the precipitation outlook as of now. 19.8 inches in South Carolina. That is almost 2 feet of rainfall for the next 5 freaking days. As you can see, up into the DC area, the amounts taper down. It's a big change from what we saw before, because we saw these high amounts going all the way up into like upstate New York, but it's shifted way to the south, primarily because Joaquin has changed its direction, or it's changed its potential path. So yes, there could be some localized flooding in the DC area. Now, if this track does change, we could see these heavy rainfall amounts go a bit to the north. So we might want to stay tuned to that as well. All right, so let me, one second. All right, I'm going to go through the chat again and see what else you got. We got Mark Fanani. I got your last name right this time, I think. All right. Mark, thank you for joining. Yeah, South Carolina, yeah, is absolutely going to get just destroyed with rainfall. That's crazy. Do I know the recom? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Dave. I have a recom. It's back there. I'll show you. One moment. Yeah, see, I do have a recom right here. It sits in the back of my room. I've had it since 2011. So yeah, it's the Recom R1630. Probably one of the best radios I've ever owned. If that's what you were asking. Yes, I do have a Recom. Let me plug it back in so the batteries don't run down. Okay. All right, let's see. What else you guys got? Are there any EAS fans in South Carolina? I'm not sure. We'll have to find out. Yeah, 14 to 18 inches according to TWC. That's about right. I'm gonna go by the WPC. I think they're gonna be the most accurate with this thing. All right, let's see what we got. Michael Runyon, I think. Yeah, Runyon, I'm pretty sure, has asked me on Facebook. Keep in mind, you can send me these messages on Facebook if you have me on Facebook. He asked, how much rain does that map say South Carolina is going to get? Like I mentioned, it says that South Carolina is supposed to get nearly 20 inches of rain in the next 5 days. Speaking of South Carolina, we got flash flood watches in effect from northeastern Georgia. It includes northeastern Georgia, far eastern Tennessee, all of South Carolina, all of North Carolina, and pretty much all of Virginia into southern Maryland. So a huge area under flash flood watch, as they should be. This is going to be a very dangerous situation. Very dangerous flooding situation. Even if this thing does not make landfall, the combined effects from the recent storms we've been having. Oh, hello, kitty. Got my cat right here. Meow. Meow. Anyways, it's going to be very dangerous. We've had a lot of rain across the eastern United States over the past several days, and the Joaquin coming in is definitely not going to help the flooding situation that's already ongoing in this area. So be prepared for flooding, even if this thing does not make landfall onto the United States. Let's see what else we got. Yes, that is a lot of rain. I agree. Got 5 messages. Okay, one moment. Got to check my Facebook, make sure I'm keeping up with all the messages and stuff. Okay. All right, what other questions you got? Like to answer anything you may have. Let's see, what else? I'm gonna watch the National Hurricane Center right now. The next intermediate advisory is due to come out. If it hasn't, no, it hasn't so yet, but next intermediate advisory is going to be released at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That should be in the next few minutes. So be sure to keep your eye on the National Hurricane Center right now. I'm going to go ahead and drop a link here into the chat so you can keep track of the National Hurricane Center, if you guys aren't doing so already. So be sure to watch out for that next advisory. Let's take a look at the United States Storm Watch, what we have been issuing. Time to share the screen again. Okay, this is as of USSW advisory number 9. You are currently looking at the track map that I made. It's kind of cheesy. I mean, it's not the best like the stuff you see on the TV, but this is my thinking as of the models that came out earlier this afternoon. This is what I think. It's pretty similar to what the National Hurricane Center is saying. Just so you guys know, if you guys are unfamiliar with what the colored lines mean, red means it's the most favored track. This is the most favorable track. As you can see, I'm siding with a Euro. It's an excellent model in terms of predicting tropical activity. I mean, it successfully predicted Sandy many days in advance. And then the yellow and blue lines are the less favorable tracks that are still possible, but not quite as likely. And then the green is a cone of uncertainty. As you can see, so I do have the cone of uncertainty still kind of tagging parts of the East Coast. All right, let me find my cursor again. Okay. So that is the current USSW map. The USSW, I would not say is only Matt Schreier's fan group. I'm not gonna say that, but anyways, so that is my thinking, and I'm pretty confident with that map. But I'm gonna wait for the Zero Zulu models to come back out. Zero Zulu, which is in 5 minutes. That's when Zero Zulu comes. The models are going to run again, and then their output will be displayed over the next few hours. And we'll take a look at what they are saying. If we have more westward shifts, if they shift back to the east, you know, we have to keep track of that. Next, I'm going to show you is a map that I found really good. It's someone else's map. It's from the Weather Optics Facebook page. And out of all the maps that I've seen in the past several days that we've been tracking Joaquin, I think this is the best one. I agree with this one the most. So check it out. If it'll load. All right. Well, we're going to try it. Let's try that. Let's make sure you guys can. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see it or not. Hopefully this is working. I'm not sure. Yeah, let's hope. I don't think it's working though. Oh darn it! This is a really good map though. You know what? Let me try doing this on Facebook. All right, this is still on Facebook, so I'm gonna try to locate it on Facebook real quick. Bear with me. Association of Weather Enthusiasts. Let me take a look. Let's see. I gotta find this. Oh, damn. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Where are you? There it is. I found it. Okay. All right, let me share the screen real quick. Sorry about that pause. This is the map I'm talking about. It's from Weather Optics, and he describes the weather setup for Joaquin in terms of the steering patterns very accurately. So here's the current location of Joaquin. It's currently here in the central Bahamas, and this is his prediction on where this thing is going to go. So there's a low end chance of becoming a Category 5 right here in the Bahamas region. That is definitely possible. I would say it's only going to reach a Category 5 if rapid deepening decides to occur again, which is possible considering what the eye wall is looking like now. Category 4 up here, 3 weakening to a 2 as it gets up here. As you can see, this cone of uncertainty is very large because of how divergent the models have been. So I like this because he still includes parts of the East Coast leaning out to sea, but still including this potential scenario of hitting the East Coast. And it says right down here, this is called the ULL, trying to make a connection to Joaquin. This is our big steering pattern. This is our trough, our big steering pattern to Joaquin making a left turn. Right in here, this low that you see. So if Joaquin can make it up here and make it to this trough, it'll be steered towards the coast. If unsuccessful, like it says here at the bottom, the storm is going to go off to sea. And it's going to go in this area, and then the impacts on the East Coast is going to be much less than what we are seeing now. So I'd like to give all the credit for this image to Weather Optics, particularly Scott Pecoriello. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. I'm sorry. But all props to him for that. I don't care if this app hasn't been turned off on my computer, you little... Blech. Let's see. What else we got? We got, I'm going to check my Facebook real quick. All right, I'm going to send a link to one of my friends who wants to watch, so bear with me here. Okay, so I sent that. We're going to see this message. Looks like the new update has come off, so I'm going to refresh the National Hurricane Center. Be sure to check the National Hurricane Center right now. if you haven't done so already. I'm going to go ahead and screen share right now if you're not watching the National Hurricane Center. All right, one moment. All right, so here comes NHC. This is what we're looking at right now. Advisory number 16A has come off. The pressure is at 931 millibars, so this thing is still strengthening. However, the winds are still at 130 miles per hour. This makes it a Category 4 hurricane. And for those who were on the live stream last night, if you remember, it was a Category 2. It's already up to a Category 4. Pressure continues to drop. It's already low enough now that it could be a high-end Category 4 approaching a 5. The pressure is already down there, so we have to keep an eye on that. So it says a tropical storm warning has been issued for eastern Cuba. We're going to take a look at the warnings and the surface wind as of right now. So hurricane, oh no, that's old. So this is as of advisory 16. As you can see, tropical storm conditions overspreading the central Bahamas. Hurricane conditions occurring right in here. Let's take a look at the updated cone of uncertainty. So for eastern Cuba, I don't think it's displaying it right now, but there's supposed to be a tropical storm warning right here in eastern Cuba. Interesting. Hurricane warnings are basically for the entire, almost all the Bahamas. This far western Bahamian island is under tropical storm warning and hurricane watch. In terms of the forecast track, it does not look a whole lot different at all. Looks pretty much the same. It's hard to tell if that's been bumped west or not, but maybe it's been, well, I think it may have been moved a little bit to the west. Let's take a look. We're going to go to the public advisory and see if they say anything. 8 p.m. No, okay, it's not gonna tell me. So there you go. There's your public advisory. Storm is still maintaining 130 mile per hour winds, but it's still strengthening according to the pressure falls we're experiencing now. All right. All right, let me check the chat. All right, let's see. Moving southwest, and it is moving. It's currently moving west-southwest at 5 miles per hour. So we are seeing a little bit more of a westward turn to it. Oh, I did not notice that was the 5 p.m. map. All right. Thanks for letting me know. All right. Okay. I'm gonna refresh the maps real quick. Hold on. Yep. There's the map. Okay. I'll screen share it once again just so you can see that the tropical storm warning does exist, even though you guys are probably already on top of it. But hey, you know. Oh darn it! Where'd it go? All right. So yes, this tropical storm warning does exist. This is the 16A map. Not much change to the track between advisory 16 and 16A. It's still largely off to sea, but as you can see, some parts of the Northeast are still in the cone of uncertainty. Anyways, yeah, here's your tropical storm warning. It includes eastern Cuba right there, which is anticipated because this thing is still going to the southwest. All right. So expect possible tropical storm conditions in that area. All right. Let me check my comments. Do I got a winter storm warning? No, none of us are under a winter storm warning right now. New models are indeed running right now. It is officially 0 Zulu, so yes, the models are now running, and we're gonna be waiting to see what happens. Okay. Let me, I'm going to go through my chat. I haven't looked at it in a while. Sorry, guys. 1:30. This is crazy. Braden Watson, do not evacuate the Jersey Shore. It's not, at this time, it's not headed towards any particular landmass in the United States. Still thinking out to sea, but yeah, don't evacuate. Just don't. What is the NHC? NHC stands for National Hurricane Center, and I've been telling you guys that. Okay, let's see. All right. Let me check now my Facebook. My Facebook's been blowing up. We got Gavin Haywood. Oh, okay, I don't think that's related to the live stream, but okay, hold on. My good old buddy Kat is watching this live stream right now. How you doing? I love you. Anyway, sorry. Braden Watson. Oh, no, that's all right, Braden. All right, I already answered your question. Andrew Esmond, not going to reply to you right now. Let's see what Matt Schreier says. According to Matt Schreier, he has just told me over Facebook that there has been school closures already in Virginia, which that is probably not necessarily related to Joaquin, but rather all the rain and the flooding that's been going on in this area. Dang, you guys are blowing up my Facebook again. Okay, anyways. Let me check my notifications. I got notifications now. Let me check the AWE group, see what they're saying. Breaking, Governor Haley declares a state of emergency for South Carolina ahead of Joaquin. Well, that's kind of a good move because Joaquin, even if Joaquin was not to hit South Carolina, they're still going to get an ass load of rain. So it's good to declare a state of emergency in South Carolina. They're screwed. Now I got to check my actual Facebook timeline because people are all right, I'm just kind of checking through some stuff. Okay, any other comments, questions, concerns? I'm doing pretty good, Dave. Does the NHC, Patrick, you asked, does the NHC issue the tropical warnings for everywhere in the United States? Well, United States, Bahamas, Central America, yeah, they issue tropical warnings everywhere. Not absolutely everywhere, but just on that side. Bro Hambo, yeah, that's a nice word. Bro Hambo. Okay. Yeah, NHC covers East Pacific and Atlantic areas. Thank you. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we got. Okay. Would anybody like to do a Skype call? I'd like to have. I would definitely like a caller to come through and talk over this live stream, if you would like. Chris Brewington, will this affect siren testing for the state of Illinois? Absolutely not. This thing is steering so far away from Illinois, it's like, why bother? We're not going to have to worry about this thing whatsoever. I'm just talking about, I'm just keeping track of this thing because, one, it's fun to track hurricanes like this, and two, I got friends on the East Coast that I want to be able to keep them informed at the same time they're tracking it, but also kind of give them my input. Let me check my text messages real quick. Ooh. I got a big long text. I must be in trouble. She'll call me on Skype. All right, we're going to have Kat Kelsey come here on Skype. All right. That's our first caller of the night, possibly the only caller if nobody else wants to volunteer to call. All right. 1 second, we're going to get Kat Kelsey on the line. Waiting, waiting. Call me, call me. Let's see. You should listen to the stream area on no. I'm not going to stream any NWR stations at this time. That's not what this live stream is for. Still waiting on Kat. Should be any moment. Yes, there's definitely going to be a lot of rain. A lot of the areas. Okay. Come on, Kat. Are you going to message me or not? Or call me? Braden Watson, let's see. Call on Skype for what? Braden, you can call me to talk about, give your personal input on what you think is going to happen with Joaquin and any questions you may have. That's what we did on the previous live stream. So if you want to do that at any point, just let me know, and I'll get you hooked up on here. The Skype calls can't last too long, though. Just a maximum of a few minutes. I don't have like a strict time limit, but at least a maximum of a few minutes. All right, Kat is not calling me, so I'm going to call her right now, if I can find her. I have to search her up. I can't find her. Oh, that might be her. There it is. There she is. She called. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Kat Kelsey. Hello. Just a maximum of a few minutes. I don't have like a strict time limit. How are you? Just a maximum of a few minutes. You gotta talk. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, that didn't last long. All right, anybody else want to call? Oh, no, she's coming back. Okay, never mind.
How are you?
Yes.
Hi.
Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, Kat Kelsey.
Okay.
How are you?
Okay.
Can you not hear me? Can she? I don't think she can hear me. That's a problem. Technical difficulties. I don't think she can hear me.
All right. Anybody else want to call? Oh no, she's coming back. Okay, never mind.
I don't know. I can't get her. Hold on. Oh, sorry, folks. We're gonna try to get this.
It's so delayed.
Is it confusing you?
It's so delayed. It's bad.
Oh, okay. So it's probably Wi-Fi troubles.
English.
Yeah.
It's so delayed.
Yeah, it's probably Wi-Fi. I'm running a billion things at once.
Yeah. Hi, people.
So what do you got to say about this hurricane?
It's terrifying. Quite terrifying for me, because I don't want a repeat of Sandy.
The good thing
Even
is
though there might not be a repeat of Sandy, it's still quite terrifying to me.
yes, it is quite terrifying. Like
Being on the East Coast. Huh?
it is quite terrifying. The Bahamas is getting absolutely destroyed right now.
Thank you.
Oh no, no problem. Wait, didn't you go on a trip to the Bahamas, or was that somewhere else?
How about them Category 6 hurricanes, huh?
Yeah, Category 6 hurricanes, dope. Didn't you go on a trip to the Bahamas? Did you ever go on a trip to the Bahamas?
Yes, I have.
When?
Long time ago. It was very pretty.
Oh, well, good thing you're not there now.
Yep.
Actually, part of me would kind of want to be in the Bahamas right now just to see this happen, but at the same time, I'd be blown away. Yep. So what do you think's gonna happen with this hurricane?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm just hoping and praying that it does not come and hit the East Coast. I'm praying nobody here's got time to deal with that.
Yeah, none of us got time for that.
Nope.
Yeah, well, the good thing is most of the models are still kind of pointing out to sea, so you might be in luck. Hopefully. Hopefully.
Yup.
All right, let me make sure. I thought Braden was gonna. Braden Watson, were you gonna call me on Skype? Please say yes or no. Anyways.
Yes or no?
Okay. I'm gonna make sure no one else wants to call right now.
Yep.
All right, Braden Watson's gonna call in a minute, so your time is almost up.
Oh, child.
All right, we'll catch you later, Kat. I'll Skype you after this whole thingy. Bye.
Just people.
That was Kat Kelsey. Give it up for Kat Kelsey. Good job. Let's see. Okay. Storm Chaser 97. All right. So we're gonna have Braden Watson join the call in just a minute. I just sent him my Skype, so he should be on here in just a moment. What is that noise? That's all right, Chris Brewington. You'll if your internet does get faster, then Skype me. All right, let's take a look. I'm gonna refresh the satellite image just to see if anything else has been happening. What the hell is this doing now? All right, let me show you guys something. New satellite images have come out, and I kind of want to show you what is happening now. Here we go. Okay. So now you are looking at the animated, this is the same thing we looked at earlier. Now watch. As you can see, you saw the motion where it was being pulled off to the northwest and kind of then kind of going back off to the south. Now watch at this latest frame. If you watch closely, it almost looks like it's going southeast, like it's starting to nudge the southeast. So it looks like it's probably in the process of turning right now. Just by the way it's behaving, it looks like it's stalling off right now. With all these changes in directions, it's pretty much just stalling out here in the Bahamas. As you can see, this area of the Bahamas is getting absolutely destroyed right now. This eye wall is intense. It looks like it's kind of closing in on the eye. The eye does not look as clear anymore, so it could be a sign that an eye wall replacement cycle is along the way. If that's the case, expect the intensity of Joaquin to fluctuate. So if an eye wall replacement cycle does indeed commence within the next few hours, it probably will not reach Category 5 intensity. Well, it definitely won't reach Category 5 intensity for sure. And then it'll probably end up weakening after that. But eye wall replacement cycles have been known where the hurricane intensity fluctuates. All right, so just wanted to give you a heads up on that. Right now, we are going to chat with Braden Watson on Skype. We're going to accept it, and we're going to give him a call right now.
Hello?
Hi, Braden, what's up?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. So this hurricane, oh my goodness.
I know it's pretty crazy. What's your thoughts on it?
I don't know. I feel like it is gonna move towards
the east and just not hit the coasts as much.
Uh-huh.
The coast might get a little effect, like some rain or, stuff like that. But I don't know if it's going to fully slam into the coasts at this moment.
So you're siding more with the what the Euro has been saying for the last couple days.
Yes.
Okay.
Just by the way it's moving currently and the intensity.
That's right. Yeah. I would agree with you for the most part. I think that the most likely scenario is out to sea, just as you said. However, I do think that there is a slight chance it still could get caught up in that trough.
Correct.
And steer itself into the coast, as you said. So.
And if it does, then there's going to be. I don't know how bad it's going to be.
Right. Exactly. I think that what will happen is if it is stirred straight into the in the Carolinas, it's going to be absolutely devastating. We could be looking, if it were to, if it's weakening trends were not quick, it could go right into the Carolinas and hit as a major hurricane potentially, if it were to do that. If it goes farther north towards Long Island and all that, it'll be a lot weaker and probably not as bad.
Yeah, exactly.
So nonetheless, we're gonna get impacts. We got we'll have some storm surge, some coastal flooding, and heavy rains and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's practically it.
Yeah. Anything else you'd like to say about this thing?
I don't know. I did have one question though.
Yes.
About, I think they were saying that there was another tropical storm coming in as well.
Yes, there is an area of development, and it is the remnants of Ida.
Okay.
It is the ghost of Ida, I guess you could say. It's merging with a trough of low pressure, and it has a pretty decent chance of becoming a tropical cyclone. I'm going to talk about that probably here in just a minute, and I'll show you what's happening there.
All right. Well, thank you for having me on the call.
Absolutely. All right. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Let's give it up for Brayden. Yeah. All right. Anyways. So, yes, he was mentioning the system that's kind of off to the... Oh, let me go back to my map. It's kind of off to the northeast of Joaquin, which they just updated as of 8 p.m. They have updated the outlook for it. We're now going to take a look at this new system. Screen share turning on. Ow. You guys are killing my voice. 1 second. Okay, so we're going to go back to the National Hurricane Center. So here's Joaquin right here. It is a Category 4 monster hurricane bearing down on the Bahamas. But there's something else to keep in mind. This little guy right here, Disturbance 1, has now a 70% chance of formation in the next 48 hours. It says, as of 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Thursday, October 1st, 2015. Thunderstorms are showing some signs of organization in association with a non-tropical area of low pressure centered over the central Atlantic about 700 miles southeast of Bermuda. Environmental conditions are forecast to be conducive for the low to obtain more tropical characteristics, and a tropical cyclone is likely to form within a couple of days, while the low moves erratically northeastward, then northward. This system is expected to produce gale force winds overnight, and additional information on the system can be found in the high seas forecast issued by the National Weather Service. The formation chance through 48 hours is 70% and 80% for the next 5 days. And if you'll excuse me, I have to let my cat out the door. Get out, you little punk. Go! Okay. She was clawing at the door. She's so cute. Anyways, so we're going to have to keep an eye on this as well because it could end up steering Joaquin as well. This is the ghost of Ida, I guess you could say, merging with a trough of low pressure. This could act as a steering factor for Joaquin as well. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this as well. The tropics are alive and well. While we're at it, let's go ahead and check the Eastern Pacific. Eastern Pacific, we had, well, we still have a disturbance right here. It's become less organized today, but still has a decent chance at becoming a tropical depression over the next couple of days. So the tropics are still very active, and we need to keep an eye on that. All right, fellas, let's see what you guys got now. On Facebook. Chris Burrington, I know this is unrelated to the stream, but the outdoor warning sirens are going off in Winfield. What else is new to that? That seems to always happen. SPC Star Fox, I'm not sure who you're saying that to, but my radios are plenty silent right now. All right, let me check my Facebook. All right, one moment. Got a message from Jacob Smith. Jacob Smith would like to say that he just made popcorn. Yay! Okay, because I had posted in the chat earlier to make sure you make popcorn, and it was 18 hours away from the stream. Michael Runyon asked, if Hurricane Joaquin hits the East Coast, do you see a possibility of tornadoes? That is a very good question, and nobody has asked that yet. Hurricanes have been known to produce tornadoes. Some only produce maybe an isolated tornado or two, and some can produce outbreaks of tornadoes. If Joaquin does come, even doesn't make landfall in the U.S., but comes close to the United States, I think that there will be a potential for tornadoes because of the rotating nature of the hurricane is going to, in those bands of convection, can set off some rotating storms and a possibility of tornadoes. Usually the tornadoes that come from a hurricane are not strong per se. They're usually quite weak, but they can still do damage. Doesn't mean a strong tornado cannot happen, but it's definitely something you want to look out for. Even if this thing does not make landfall, if it comes close enough, we could be seeing a few tornadoes across the Carolinas, maybe even up towards DC. Okay, I believe that's all the questions on Facebook thus far. Keep sending me these questions. I love these questions. We definitely love to keep answering them. If you have anything else you'd like to say, you can drop a comment. I can talk about it. If you want anything else said in this live stream, go ahead and let me know. I'll be here to talk about anything you want related to Hurricane Joaquin. Michael Jackson likes popcorn. That's awesome. Yeah, there are no watches or warnings in effect. Just kind of a quick tangent. That is okay to kind of tangent from what we're talking about. Me and Chris are siren enthusiasts, and we are going to be meeting up in 4 days for an epic siren recording that very few people know about, but we'll know about it once we get videos uploaded. So there will be a little siren meetup. It'll be between me, Chris Burlington, and Michael Potts. Super excited for that. That's next week. You'll be seeing videos coming up for that soon. What he's been telling me is the sirens in Winfield have been going off recently for random reasons. Some are glitches, some are fire calls. So definitely not watches or warnings. Just the sentries in Winfield have been messed up lately. So. All right, anyways, Who has a Nintendo 3DS XL? Not me. Patrick LaPenta asked, do you think the NHC will issue any watches or warnings for the Mid-Atlantic into southern New England? That is also a very good question. At this time, if the hurricane were to continue on the path that it's going now, I think the only watches and or warnings we'll be seeing is in probably coastal North Carolina, and that would more than likely be a tropical storm watch if we were to continue on the same path. I don't think there'll be any tropical products being issued in New England at this current thinking. But like I said, these models have been going back and forth over the past several days. So I can't rule out that possibility. But as of right now, I don't think we're going to be seeing any tropical storm watches or warnings, or hurricane watches or warnings for that matter, in the United States. At least for the real near future. So I hope that answers your question. Okay. Let's see, Michael Runyon. Michael Runyon asked me on Facebook, can hurricanes produce large hail? No. You're not really going to see hail come out of a hurricane. That just doesn't happen, as far as I'm aware. Matt Schreier, aka SPC Cranford 1056, has just said hi over Facebook. You guys can't say hi back to him because he is not on this live stream right now, as far as I'm aware. But anyways, just say hi, SPC Cranford, even though he's not here. Who else just texted me? My phone's really slow. That's my fault, though. I have so much junk on this thing. Hi, Kat. Kat Kelsey says hi through texting. Okay. Let's see, what else do we got to cover tonight? Let me refresh this, make sure they haven't. Okay, they haven't shipped it yet. Refresh the satellite, make sure it hasn't done anything funky, which, nah, nothing new. Let's go ahead. I'm going to bring your attention to something else here in just a moment. That's right. In college, you don't have to stay there all day after a test. You just pick up your bag and leave. All right. So let me go ahead and show you the intensity guidance. The most recent one, at least. Let me turn on screen share and let me. This may give you an idea of what the strength might end up being. We had a few models go up in the category 5 range, but as you can see, a lot of the models are backing off of that. A lot of models are showing now we're probably around peak intensity. So expect a weakening trend probably within the next 24 hours or so. Probably category 5 is looking less likely, especially now that it looks like the hurricane is going into an eye wall replacement cycle. But I can't rule out some additional intensification. That's certainly a possibility and probably likely that we'll see this thing get a little stronger. But I'd say the category 5 is that chance is decreasing as of now, especially because the model intensity guidance is now going against that. So this is this is your what the models are saying about the intensity. A lot of them, at least they're agreeing on the intensity. A lot of them, at least. All right. Let's see. I got 3 notifications here. Let me check. Okay, nothing interesting there. I'm just kind of scanning through my Facebook and see if I can catch anything. All right, one moment. All right, so any other topics you want me to talk about, make sure you let me know. I want to keep the stream going a little bit longer. We've only been on the air for just over an hour, so if you want me to keep going, make sure you keep dropping those topics. I'm trying to look through and see if I can show you guys anything else here. Any other question? Send me in some questions. Anything you want answered. Maybe you were watching the live stream last night. And Nignog, what's up, man? If you were watching last night and I never got to your question, or you just thought of a question, or if you thought of a question that was never answered last night, let me know. I'll be happy to answer it with the best of my ability. Meanwhile, I'm out of Tostito chips because I'm a fatty and I ate them all. Let's go on a tangent. Think of questions while I go on a tangent. Let me show you some things that I got. Shoot. Here's a cute little device. It's called a Radio Shack Weather Cube. I got this from Matt Schreier a couple of years ago. You know, oh, look at my kitty. He's right here. Say hi again to the camera, Snuggles. Anyway, so this is a weather cube. It's one of the most portable weather radios you can have.
Northeast winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. For Friday, partly cloudy, breezy. Highs in the mid-60s. Northeast.
Cold. Yeah, this thing's cool. It has an antenna right here. Runs strictly on batteries. It doesn't monitor weather alerts. There's no weather alert feature. It's just a weather band tuner. Really cool thing to have. Let me show you. I guess I can show you this. I got this before I graduated high school. This is my 4th year band award. It's a really, really, really nice plaque. It's beautiful. Because I spent 4 years in marching band and I got awarded for that. I got a few patches over here. I don't have as many patches as what Matt Schreier does. Nowhere near the amount. He covers his wall. This is all I got. City of Pontiac Fire Department. And I got this in the mail from Matt Schreier. It says Pennsylvania State Police Trooper. Cool patches. Okay. Or a purrin. All right, let me check the chat. Michael Runyon asked me on Facebook, if Hurricane Joaquin hits the East Coast, what category do you think it will be? That will depend on where it hits. The highest category, if it does hit the East Coast, the highest category will probably be in the Carolinas. That's probably where it'll be its strongest because it'll still be over warmer water. It won't have as much time to weaken. So that's where your worst impacts are going to be. Categories are probably going to be lower the farther north you go. I don't think if it were to go any farther north than probably the Chesapeake Bay, it'll probably be below hurricane status. It'll probably be a tropical storm anywhere farther north than that. So I hope that answers your question. Let's see. Patrick LaPenta, that is a very, very nice question. Could I talk about how the computer models work and why the Euro is so accurate? Well, computer models are very it's a very difficult. This chair is very uncomfortable. It's a very difficult thing to answer, like exactly how they work. But I can answer more accurately about the euro. So the euro is very accurate in many ways, not just for tropical systems, but overall the euro performs very well. And why does it perform so well compared to some of the other models? That is because the euro is equipped with some excellent, like what you would call a physics package or whatever. It's very good at noticing these subtle changes in the environments that the other models don't pick up on right away. And that's why the euro can be the outlier and predict something days out in advance, while all the other models over here. So it's just very good at noticing those subtle changes and picking up on those at an earlier time. So that is why the euro is very accurate, and it's very highly trusted among all the other models. So I hope that answers your question as best as I can. Is Joaquin coming to Washington State? No, that is the wrong ocean. Chris Burrington says, it seems to me that the new tornado alley is expanding in the southern part like Louisiana, Alabama, and Mississippi from what I've been seeing throughout the years. The weather has intrigued me. Yes, tornadoes have been very numerous in that area over the past years. I agree. Yeah, I'm glad you want the weather cube and not my cat, because I'm sorry, you can't have my cat. He's so precious, and he's old. He's about 15 years old. Is he 15 yet? Yes, I think he's 15. Yeah. Yeah, no, he's about to turn 16, actually. He's a year older than my sister. He's old. And then I have another kitten that I kicked out of my room earlier, and she's, I think, just now turning a year. Oh, no, she is over a year now. Wow, I'm just watching the live stream, and I just noticed I made a really ugly face right there. That was kind of funny. All right, I think I've covered most of the topics that we really need to cover tonight. So we're probably going to end this live stream here very soon. If you have any additional questions you would like to ask, please send it to me over here on the live chat or on Facebook, and I'll answer them right away. But make sure you send it in very soon, because we're going to be ending here. Michael Runyon has asked me, what are the sustained winds right now with this hurricane? The current sustained winds as of the 16A advisory is 130 miles per hour, making it a Category 4 hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson. Oh my gosh, hurricane wind scale. So 130 miles per hour. That is quite a storm. Patrick LaPenta, with the new supercomputer coming to the GFS, will it be as accurate as the European? Maybe, maybe not. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully it'll make it more accurate, for sure, but we'll see how well it performs compared to the European. Another live stream tomorrow. I am unsure right now about a live stream. We'll just have to. I'll watch the trends of this hurricane. If it continues to go more towards the out to sea solution, we're probably not gonna have a live stream tomorrow. But if it does become more of a U.S. threat, if more interesting things happen, we will likely have another live stream tomorrow. But I will let you know. So stay tuned to my Facebook page, Matt1997 Productions, for information on that. I will let you know as soon as possible if a live stream happens tomorrow. I got quite a bit to do tomorrow. I have this big assignment due on Monday for college, and I need to get started on that. So I'll be working on that tomorrow, and I think I'm seeing a friend tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure, but there's stuff to catch up on and things to look out for. So So yeah, just stay tuned to my Facebook page, Matt 1997 Productions, and I will let you know if we'll have another live stream tomorrow. Hope you guys are enjoying these live streams. I'm definitely enjoying them. I love talking and giving information out to people. So, all right, I think we're about to get another question from Michael Runyon, so I'll wait for that. David Wine, if there is going to be a live stream tomorrow, it will likely be at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, just like it is tonight, but I will let you know an official time on my Facebook page, so please stay tuned to that. Heat Cats and Paul Brox are both calling right now, so let's go ahead and take a listen to see what they have to say.
What's up?
Hey.
So I got Paul with me.
All right, I'm gonna announce you guys the live.
From Starbucks.
I'm gonna announce you guys the live stream. This is Black Star and Paul Brox. Sorry. They're gonna talk here on live stream. What's up, guys?
Not much. Just watch. I can't
You can't what? Paul?
Huh.
What'd you say?
What's up, Paul?
I don't know where he went.
I don't know. We were talking just a little bit ago. Oh, damn it! I can't access his Skype. He was going to join us too. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'll tell you something. Butt spider a few nights ago. Okay. Yeah. So Joaquin. Yeah, that's pretty nice storm. Yeah, Joaquin. So what's okay? NHC and Joaquin. Let's see. Okay, hi.
So what you guys up to tonight?
I was tracking. I've actually not nothing. I've been tracking a storm in the Pacific. So Joaquin is a Joaquin, and he's a queen, and it's not gonna go to Boston or anything, right? Nah, I don't know.
I don't think it'll make it to Boston. That seems a little far-fetched.
Well, we had a storm that had better luck. I kind of forgot what it was called. It has some weird name. I have to check it out. But it's Hurricane. It's Philippines. So it hit the northern coast of the Philippines today. There's rainfall warnings in effect. It's now heading for southeast China or northern Vietnam. So
what's the name of that storm?
It's coming on.
What's the name of that storm?
Hurricane. I don't know, but
all right, I'm gonna look it up right now, and I'm gonna screen share like an image of that and show people.
It's a tropical storm right now. There is the possibility it may become a typhoon before it hits China. You could check it on my Facebook page, Pacific Tsunami Central. I've been posting updates on that. Oh.
There goes Paul. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and screen share this track I found.
Sure. The most accurate one comes from the Joint Typhoon Warning Center.
Yeah.
Although the Japanese meteorological agency has been tracking it as well. If you want to get the most accurate wind speed, you're going to want to go to the Joint Typhoon Warning Center. The Japanese meteorological agency uses 10 minutes sustained wind speed, and they also use they don't use miles per hour. They use kilometers and knots. So actually, you know what? Screw this. I'm going to give you guys an update, everyone. This is the Pacific Tsunami or Pacific Cyclone and Tsunami Central. The update on. So it has hit the northern Philippines as of 1800 hours. I actually was tracking it before with the classes today. So there are rainfall warnings in effect, and locally heavy rainfall warnings. There are some color yellow and color orange alert. That's how the Philippines does it. I go on their weather service page for it. So the storm is expected to track. Right now, the gusts are probably around. I would say they're around 50 knots. And the storm's expected probably by 1800 hours on the 3rd. to strengthen our 5 knots, which is a Category 1.
Oh, very nice.
You guys can check out, if you go really far down near the creation of the Pacific Cyclone and Tsunami Central, I have a Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale graphic that I have, so you guys can see in miles per hour, kilometers per hour, not in the Beaufort scale. So, so the storm probably will hit right around the area of, it's like it'll probably straddle the border of China and Vietnam. These areas around Hong Kong, Hanoi, are in the cone of possibility, as well as a large area of China. There are also, I believe it's Burma or Thailand that are also, oh no, Thailand's not, but Thailand's invisible on the map. It should be hitting southeast China or northern Vietnam by 1800 hours on the 4th. And then it will turn to the northeast. This is what I've been saying about Joaquin. You never know what's going to happen. You absolutely never know.
Exactly.
Blackstar talks a lot.
I know I do. Specifically talking about,
like Isaiah.
Ignacio. Ignacio was forecast to hit Hawaii, and it ended up going.
It went south.
No, that was another one.
It went north.
It went north. I don't know.
It went east.
It came from the east.
It went north and 8th and 16th.
There was
It went west. Yeah, it went west. Yeah, I'm such a pro. I'm gonna give myself clap for that.
You sound drunk. So, there was another storm that was headed for Hawaii, tropical storm condition, and it shifted well to the south. And then
Tropical screw watch.
Yeah. Right now, there's actually no Pacific cyclones or no Pacific hurricanes or tropical storms on the eastern or central part. The eastern part, you got an 80% or 70% formation chance. We got one of those. And then in the eastern Pacific, there is a tropical, or western Pacific, there's a tropical depression that may become a storm or a typhoon. So I'm going to be keeping track on that.
Screw watch.
All right, well, I have some additional questions that have just come in, so I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go, and we'll wrap up the stream here.
Cool.
All right, thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, let's give it up for Black Star and Paul Box Dishwasher. Yay! Okay, anyways, inside joke, sorry. Okay, so we have a question from Michael Runyon again. He asks, how long does a hurricane last before it weakens? That depends on the situation. Hurricanes have been known to last several days, a few weeks. This particular one will probably maintain its strength for the most part for the next 24 hours before weakening. So it really just depends on the situation. That's a very difficult question to answer. Justin D. Reich, Matt, you know about Weather Underground right on TWC? I'm not sure. Not sure if I'm aware of that. All right, we're going to be wrapping up the stream here very shortly. Hurricane John lasted for 30 days. That is correct. SPC Cranford 1056, there you are. Thanks for joining. You caught us right at the tail end of the stream. Nice of you to join. Okay, Patrick LaPenta, satellite looks like the eye fully collapsed. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at that. Let's see. So we're saying you're probably correct. I mean, it looked like it was. You are absolutely right. It looks like the eye wall has collapsed into the eye. Yeah, it probably means eye wall replacement is underway. You are absolutely right. I'm going to go ahead and screen share. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I'm going to screen share. I'll show you that. So there it is. I'll just watch this. As you can see, it's collapsing right in. Still pretty got a more of a southward movement, but we'll have to see if this thing makes its turn pretty soon. So yeah, it looks like eyewall replacement's underway. So expect a fluctuation in the intensity pretty soon. All right, if you got any last minute questions, drop them right now. I'm going to give you a summary of what to expect over the next through tomorrow at least. So you'll be expect some fluctuations in the intensity of Joaquin, and expect the models to continue to shift a little bit. We'll hope we should have a much better idea of what's going to happen probably by tomorrow afternoon once this thing makes this northward turn. U.S. landfall is not out of the question. We need to keep watching these forecasts and make sure that this eastward out to sea pattern is going to stick, because it may not. So keep an eye on that. And again, about live stream tomorrow, that is to be determined. It'll be based on how much of a threat Joaquin is going to be posing by tomorrow. If more interesting stuff happens and we still got a threat, we will definitely live stream tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for joining here. I'm going to check the comments and stuff real quick just to make sure I'm not missing anything. They're answering questions on TV Live. Okay, apparently TWC is right now, so cool. Seriously hoping for some models to shift to the west. I agree, SPC Cranford. Just have to keep a close eye on that. I'll probably give you a call here in a little bit about model shifting, but we'll have to see, because we got that westward trend with the GFS. We'll see if some other models catch on. All right. Okay. I don't think there's anything else we really need to discuss. If you have any additional questions, save them. And well, if you want to ask me, go ahead and ask me. But I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream, but I'll be sure to answer them on Facebook. So if you have my Facebook and you have any other additional questions or comments, go ahead and send them in to me. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining in. I will let you know. Stay tuned to my Facebook page, Matt Ing 1997 Productions, for more updates on possible future live streams. Be sure to subscribe to this channel if you have not done so already, because we got some cool videos coming your way. And be safe out there, and be sure to keep tracking this thing. Peace out. Peace out.